Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to ECL 2025. Forgot to turn my webcam off, so I will do that right now. Boop, there I am, gone. We got a circle up against Furious Frogs. I threw myself off. I meant to turn that off beforehand. I leave it on so that I can know that my webcam's working, so that I can do this screen here. But with the way NVIDIA Broadcast works, I often have to mess with it to get it to work at the start. So. About 15 seconds before the curtain drops, we are going to watch, see if there's any rockets. I'm going to try and focus on some tank gameplay tonight. I don't know all the changes from Update 19, but I know Update 18 made the tanks nearly indestructible. And we'll see how that works out in comp play. The matches that I played in for comp, the enemy tanks just annihilated us. So here we have, what I gotta turn highlights on so that I can see the vehicles. You can see trucks coming in from the circle over there as the Americans. Just heard an explosion of some sort. Sounds like rockets landing right over here. Yep, you can see them landing over there in the trucks. Doesn't look like anybody got hit. There's a rocket going out from Furious Frogs. Kind of close, but does not connect. Doesn't look like any of these rockets landed, so they're still coming in close. I just saw one come really close to that front truck. And here we go. A few more rockets coming in. But they're starting to get out of the trucks now. Infantry making it into the circle. Furious Frogs starting to get the cap going on here at the start. Here comes the truck from the circle, making it up to the trench. We'll see how many guys jump out. There's only a handful of guys, at least one squad leader, though. We'll keep the camera circling around. There is a tank up in here for Furious Frogs. You can see their other tank coming up from behind the medium. There comes the Stuart from the circle. There's another Stuart over here setting up a little further back to support this infantry. I would expect the medium to be coming soon. We can't see him because the... Oh, well, we can see him. There he is, hidden behind those blue icons. Hidden behind the blueberries. Big Yanni goes down in the rooftop. He's the first casualty I saw go down. It does look like the circle's losing their guys up inside the point. And there is an engagement going on between the mediums. The P4 pulls back into cover. The medium seems to have gotten the better. I don't know. They look like they've exchanged pretty effectively. Both tanks should back off and repair. Looked like some rockets coming in or something managed to get a hold of that truck in front of the Stuart. They might actually be calling that out as a dead tank if they were so close to each other. Here comes the other Stuart pushing in, trying to stall up this cap pressure. Some more rockets coming in from the far back garrisons. Looks like people who died came in on the garrisons. Looks like somebody landed a rocket on the Puma. I'm almost certain that incoming rocket hit that Puma and killed it. So whoever threw that rocket, call yourself out in the chat. Give yourself a round of applause. That was a hell of a shot. Furious Frogs does control the 5 points, which is not as important in this matchup because we're going into cattle sheds from AA Network. A circle is pulling this point back, though, so they might get it. And if they get it, we're going to be going into Saint Marie du Mont over there in the church as the 4th point. So that could become a very spread out fight. But first, we have to get this initial capture going on. The circle has made it in there. They've taken control of the point. They have Furious Frogs kind of pushed out a little bit now. What was that? Is that a repair station? It was the repair station. The P4 still trying to duel it out. I don't know. I think that P4 might be trying to get an angle on these Stuarts. The Sherman pushing up the hill towards up towards the trenches, up above 5 points. Helping support that infantry push through, take control of the 5 points, and clear Furious Frogs out of here. Furious Frogs trying to push back into the circle. That's just a truck. It's nothing too important. Oof, holding down the trenches. A steel right outside. These guys right on top of each other. A steel goes the other way. Here comes Oof. Oof gets a steel. Slightly outplayed. There's another spawn in inside the trenches. The circle has this point about half cap now here at the 1:23-minute mark. 1 hour and 23-minute mark. And these Stuarts doing all the work here, keeping this point locked down. The medium up over here. Where did he go? He has backed off below us down here. Let's take a quick look at the map. The circle is just mobbing into the point. They have a little bit of a line going on over here on this side. They do have some guys pushing forward, trying to establish themselves over by St. Marie so that they can be ready to push out of the next point. You got Bravo right here with an OP. He might be able to get a garrison up right here on the edge if they get this cap. Looks like they're going to get this cap. One of the Stuarts goes down, though. Looks like he went down to the P4 while we were looking at the map. The other Stuart is backing off. He's trying to save his tank. Circle is still capping this point, though. And here we go. 1 hour and 22 minutes. Circle captures AA Network. And there's Wix. Hi, Wix! He's probably sick of me saying that, and I don't care. The P4 is still here, trying to keep this point locked down. Oof is right on top of him. Looking to get a satchel. Gets blasted as the P4 shoots the embankment right next to himself. Here comes Wick. Gets him in the front with a rocket, but it does impact. He does get taken out by the P4, but he got the damage done to it. They're trying to get out and repair. Marseille gets both of the crewmen as they jump out to try and repair up that P4. The P4 needs to get out of there if he wants to save his tank. I don't know how damaged he is. It doesn't look like he can move, honestly. That frontal hit. Okay, he is moving. He's moving. He needs to get that tank out of there if he wants to save it. I lost track of where the medium is for the circle. He's right back over here. He looked like he might have been trying to get a shot on that. Well, there is some sort of tank going on over here. Looks like another Puma for Furious Frog over here in the west. Trying to put some pressure over here on the breakor, on the gardens over here. Not really much is going to do. Looks like Swannies is going to try and come around with a rocket. I want to keep an eye over there towards St. Marie-du-Mont, make sure there's no cap pressure, but I would like to watch this rocket shot. Looks like he's going to pull him out. Here he goes. Swanny, get your rocket back out. He had it. There it is. Nice shot by Swannies. Glad I watched that for you. You can clip it later. Caught him right in the ass as he was driving past. Here's one of these stewards over here. I don't know if he just caught a hold of a garrison while he was over here. This is generally... It's like the general area of where the starting garrison will go, so... I don't see a garrison. It's actually right over here behind this building. Here? Yep, there it is. If he pulls up looking, he might find it. He does look wounded. I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls that tank out of here, tries to repair it up. Over here, we know there were some guys for the circle. They were getting ready to push into St. Marie-du-Mont over here on the eastern side of the map. Here they are. Got a full squad starting to swing in through the gardens. They did get that garrison up over on the edge of the map, just like I kind of said they would. They decided to put it in the red just outside the cemetery. It could get locked up here in a second by Bravo. He does get shot before he can get close because he lit the OP up. That's a big wave of troops coming into the church. Where is the garrison for Furious Frogs? Back here. Okay, so they do have a backup garrison back here by Ray-Ben. The circle is making it up in here. There is some cap pressure going on. They're going to have to pull some guys back in. They're going to need some big spawn-ins on that garrison. At least a squad or two to stop this cap pressure. There is 2 squads at least. I see 1, 2, 3 squad leaders. 4 squad leaders here for the circle. They are ready to throw down. They are ready to drop a couple of squads in and get this pressure starting to heat up. Heat up this pressure hard. I'm just making up words now. Trying to keep it exciting for you guys, damn it. The circle actually has a guy in the church, too. Oh, yeah. First person. Do it. Do it. Yeah! Knife kill from the first person, baby. Nice kill by Delagio. Delagio with the knife kill. Chachak goes down to Reese as he tries to run up into the house. They have stalled up this pressure. There is a... Is that a P4? Yeah, P4. There's a P4 up in here now. There's some spawn-ins coming in for Furious Frogs, starting to push back up over here on the eastern side of the map. Lots of troops coming in for the circle. Rocket's going off into that P4. That P4 is one of the major players keeping this point locked down right now. And there goes the P4. We might see this cap pressure start to swing towards the circle here. I don't see a reinforce. I'm not 100% sure. Can you see that? Can you see the commander abilities and stuff for both teams? I don't know all what they revealed when they did that stuff. Truth be told, I have not. This is my first cast in like over 2 months. So thank you for letting me cast for you guys. I really appreciate it. It's been a long time. I was pretty excited to do this. Let's have the circle keep this pressure up, or Furious Frogs pull it back. One or the other. I don't really care. I just want to see some fun things happening. I am pretty excited for a circle right now, man. They're doing great. They are just pushing this in. Furious Frogs, she can just get a couple more spawn-ins on this garrison back here, start pulling this cap pressure back. I don't know if he has a reinforce still or not, but he might need to burn it here in a minute. Dubio now up in the church. There is still a handful of guys for Furious Frogs here. We're almost halfway capped for the circle here on the 4th point. Very aggressive play coming from the circle right now. They had that garrison in place and ready to go. More guys coming in. There's some more spawn-ins going on over here on the eastern side of the map for the circle. Furious Frogs getting wiped out as soon as they come out of the alleyways. They really need some more guys coming in over here from the west. There's like nothing for the circle over here. If they had more guys coming in from over here, they might be able to start enveloping around the church. If they could come in around over here. They have that one OP there. It's probably not going to be enough. Here comes the bombing run. You can, in fact, see it. So I should be able to see when they drop the reinforced. This bombing run does look like it's going to take some guys out. I don't think it's not going to get any kind of garrison, though, because the garrison's way back there by the cemetery. It was enough to stall up the cat pressure, though. Should be able to bring some more guys in here. Let's shoot over to AA Network real quick. Now that they've pulled this back, I just want to see what kind of pressure's going on over at AA Network. It does look like Furious Frogs. It's a handful of guys trying to put some pressure on over here at AA Network. But there's a medium tank. There's at least one squad. Three squad leaders back here. 2 tanks. The circle has AA Network locked down pretty good at the moment. So we're going to shift back over to St. Marie du Mont and keep an eye on this pressure that they're putting on. Something just ricocheted off of that P4. Several tanks here now. 4 Furious Frogs. They got a Tiger pulling in. The P4 goes down to a rocket shot, but there's still a Puma and a Tiger here locking this down. Reese up in the church. Getting shot in the back. Oh, he gets taken out by Fastille. Gallo dis. He is taking some shots. Nice shooting over here by Gallo, laying down some covering fire for his troops as they push up, trying to clear out the circle from these buildings. Here comes the Puma pulling up, trying to get aggressive and support this infantry push so that they can get in here and clear these guys out. Here comes Swannies looking to put another rocket into another Puma. Here comes Fastille. Fastille takes them both out. Nice shooting by Fastille. Here comes Reese and Zero's coming around the corner. Fastille goes down. Here comes the Tiger coming up from behind. Galois. I'm not sure how you would pronounce that. I'm not French at all. So great meme. Show us how it's done. Blast somebody in the face with a rocket. Let's see it. Oh, he goes for the Tiger. The Puma was right there, and he went for the Tiger. I'm not going to lie. Maybe the Puma wasn't pulled up yet. I didn't see what he saw, but kind of... Oh, Dalray gets the OP. Grim comes around and takes him out, but the OP is gone. Grim goes down. Furious Frogs has cleared out this corner. Yeah, I was a little surprised he didn't shoot for the Puma there. That Puma being dead would have been a much better... That would have been much more helpful to them than a little bit of wounding to the Tiger, I think, in my opinion. Booty Bandit sending a rocket. No, it wasn't Booty Bandit. It was Swannies. It just looked like it came from Booty Bandit. He's squad leader. He can't shoot rockets. There goes the Puma is moving. You can't see it very good because of the way the lock-on stuff works. It does hopefully seem like they're fixing that, though. So far, I haven't had the glitch where you can't see the weapon. Of course, now that I said that, the next person I lock onto, but whatever. It is what it is. There's a lot of fighting going on over here in this corner. I need to just look around. The circle is starting to bring some guys down from the north. It does look like they have taken complete control of the area around Pierre's. And look at this line. This is some beautiful line, honestly, by both teams. Furious Frogs starting to push in over here on the west side. Stabilized back here at the church. Some rockets going off from Z, trying to get some damage done to this tank. He gets an infantry kill in return, just blasting away. There's the second rocket. He does hit the 76. A little bit of damage to him, but he's still holding his position. There's no tanks over here from Furious Frogs, so he's not being threatened too much. I do see a single squad leader slipping in from Furious Frogs. Now, they've kind of been on the back foot for a while, so it would be nice to see them get a little pressure on from behind. I don't know where his OP is. He is directly in between 2 garrisons. Not lighting him up. They have no idea he's back there. And we'll come back to him. He might just be laying low, waiting to move his OP. Because we saw it was over here. So he might just be waiting for the timer to move his OP. Does look like the circle tried to push up out of the hill and hold down this hill above the dugout. 7 spotted in up there. He loses his OP right as Ackerbelt comes around. Ackerbelt gets taken out by 7, but the OP is gone. Handful of Furious Frog guys trying to push in here in the center, but the circle is counterattacking in the same area. Furious Frogs with some cover fire from up above them in the hill and this building up above them on the hill. Mr. Sane trying to come in from the side, but he gets taken down by Saradora. Dalray with his MG setup. Which way is he facing? Yeah, he's facing, trying to look over here towards that tank, trying to cover this infantry. Some rockets coming in from Bevis. Trying to take out this MG. It's a pretty strong position for Furious Frogs. They can branch out from here both offensively and defensively if they need to. Here comes another Puma. Or maybe it's the same Puma. Oh, looks like he's going to get behind the 76, but his gun is facing this way. And he ricocheted. He ricocheted off the Puma. No. What are you doing? Get out of there, man. Don't drive straight at him. What are you doing? You narrowly avoided death the first time when he ricocheted. Would you just... You don't play chicken with a 76. Not when you have a Puma. Oh, man. Nice kill there by... Is that Graffiter's in the gunner seat? Yeah, nice shield by Graffiter. Circle is pushed back to this intersection back here, trying to hold on to the edge of the cemetery where they had their garrison. It is still there and it is still active. And they do have some guys coming in over here. I don't know if they're just still holding over here or if they've pushed back in from that garrison. I feel like they've pushed back in from the garrison. Tokugawa over here as a squad leader should have his OP nearby. He does not, but he's probably about to place it. He's looking. These guys are right on top of another enemy OP. Right below me somewhere in these buildings. Here comes Great Meme. Pushing up that way. You should be able to hear it. There it is. He gets Ray-Ben with some nice fast shooting. Gets taken out by Teopol. There's Reese making his way through these back courtyards. Throwing grenades. I hear footsteps. Do you hear them? I hear them. Oh, and he gets taken out by Zima. Here comes Tokugawa looking for that OP. He's peeking the corner. There's a whole bunch of infantry here. He gets one. He gets taken out. It was kind of a trade. Here comes Great Meme. He's about to get pushed by Ray-Ben and Teopol. Can he hold on to this OP? He's throwing grenades up and over. That was very close to where that OP is, too. Great Meme holding the door. Here comes Ray-Ben. Ray-Ben goes down to Great Meme. Great Meme's going to push up. Here comes Teopol. Teopol shoots out. They're exchanging. Great Meme wins the exchange. Teopol goes down. Here comes Hydros. Hydros gets Great Meme. Zima goes down back here to Bravus. The tanks are still holding Delagio. Delagio with the satchel. Doesn't look like they spotted him. And I think this is going to be a dead tiger. He is turning around. Maybe he saw him, maybe not. Doesn't seem to be reacting to the satchel. That's going to be a dead tiger. His timer's over half done already. Let's back it up like this. I want to see that fight that's going on over there. That Tokugawa squad is still holding. Here comes Bravus pushing from the other side. He's out looking for the satchel. He's not going to have enough time, even if he finds it. He's on it. They're on it. They didn't see it. Did he not get it on? He had to have got it on. He didn't get it on? No way. He didn't get it on. They couldn't have taken it down that fast, could they? Huh. That is not a dead tiger. He is very much alive and kicking. He's going to push back this other way. Tokugawa's squad is in trouble. Satchel goes off over here on the wall of this bank of buildings. I'm going to guess that was actually probably Furious Frogs that placed that satchel, trying to clear some of these guys out from the other side of the buildings. The tanks have turned this way. But that squad is going to be in trouble here in the next few minutes. Up here in the center, towards the center, I should say. There's a handful of Furious Frogs guys trying to push in, but this tank is still holding. He's got some repair stations going up. Is that the ammo station, right? Because they can build ammo stations now. So that tank looking to hold there. The circle has pushed through. They've taken control of this hilltop here. They do still have some Furious Frog guys over here to their west holding the front door of AA Network. There's a medium just pushing right through them. Just blasting away. Is that Garrison still back there? Who knows? Just killing the ATs. I kind of want to see if he finds this Garrison, because I'm pretty sure it's still back here. Yes, it is. There he goes. He sees it. Garrison's gone. And there is still quite a few guys here, including a squad leader, so maybe they can get something going back up here, but this medium is behind them. They don't have any ATs over here. He's going to start shooting these guys in the back. Grenade. Grenade. Quinad. I don't know how you would say that. It's just grenade. Quinad. Quinad, run. Jeanette. Echelon. Somebody do something. You guys just getting bland. I'm just saying people's names. That medium just fucking wrecked house over there. Just destroyed their offensive line and then where they were trying to put pressure. Now, they do have these tanks back here. Looks like the Tiger's repairing up. They got another Tiger just pulled in. 3 tanks locking down this point. This is incredibly difficult to break into with these tanks. The circle is going to have to get around behind them somehow. They do have this one squad that's obviously still trying to do that, but they're getting pressure from 2 sides now. They got a tank pulled in here that's preventing them from pushing up the one road. And Furious Frogs are starting to push out from St. Marie-du-Mont. Reese goes down to Ice Fink. Hydros is here as well. I don't know exactly where the OP is, but they're right on top of it. Ice Fink gets the OP, and he gets Bevis. Furious Frogs clear out the eastern portion of the circle. Now that they've got a moment to breathe, let's see what they do with it. I'm going to back the camera up. Let's take a quick look at the lines. That squad leader has still managed to get back in behind. He is lighting a squad up back there. He does have guys pushing towards him now. They're going to find him. He doesn't really have any support. He hasn't brought anybody in back there. I don't really know what his play was, but he didn't bring any infantry back in to support him. This medium is still over here wrecking people, getting OPs. That medium, man. Where is he? He's over here. There he is. He's doing some good work. Oh, excuse me. Quinad is still over here as a squad leader. Should at least be able to keep his OP up. He does have OP up. Maybe get a garrison, but they might want to get a garrison back here at, what is this, Hamlet, right? That's Hamlet. Sometimes I forget the names of the points when I can't see them. Pretty sure that's Hamlet back there, but... Oh, Everst. Up here by himself. Should be lighting this OP up. He is indeed. Come on, Jean Bon. Come on, Jean Bon. Everest. Just listening to footsteps all around himself. Quinad goes down from up the road, though. Everest looking the wrong way. He's got coming up behind him. He turns around just in time. He does get a steal. Come on, John Bond. You can do it. Oh, John Bond gets him. Rico gets Indian over here. Couple of squad leaders swinging out very wide for Furious Frogs. Maybe they'll get some OPs up out here on the backside. That one squad leader who was up here in the north did get cleaned up. Whoa, 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 whoa. I know you guys all just saw what I saw on the map. There's no cap pressure going on at the moment, but it might start here in a second. The circle is all up in here. It's flickering. You got Mr. Sane coming around the backside. Him and Tifa run into each other. Tifa goes down. We know this garrison is back here somewhere. Here comes Varso. Looks like he's trying to make his way back to his tank. There's the garrison. Mr. Sane should be able to see Ice Fink here in a second. Ice Fink goes down. I know that Mr. Saint's back here looking for the garrison. There's the P4 driving around over here. I don't know what that P4 is doing. Using the building to turn himself around, I guess. I don't know, but there is some cap pressure going on here at St. Marie de Mont. He has done a surprisingly good job of turning himself around. I thought he would have a little more trouble than that, but he really managed to turn that thing around fast. Other tank drivers are adjusting to the changes better than I am. I see. He's put himself in a great position to protect this alleyway. Yeah. Yeah, Circle's almost never going to be able to break that now without a precision strike or something. Or another tank. They are still keeping the cap pressure going on, though. Furious Frog is not really in the actual circle of the point, and there is several guys here for the circle. You got Booty Bandit up in the tower. He can actually see those courtyards over there. Mania. Maybe looking to put a satchel on the church. Is that the satchel build, right? He did get himself a kill. He's catching a couple of rounds. Stepped on a mine! He stepped on a mine. The circle now trying to push their guys out of the line of fire of this tank. Who's shooting from over here? What? I'm hearing shooting all around me. Let's just back the camera up. Let's back up here. There we go. Big spawn in over there. 4 Furious Frogs coming in on the garrison. Several of them get wiped from Zeros and Lithium. Oh, that rocket from Can Rally looked like it did, in fact, impact on the P4. Most of this wave has been wiped. I think Wix can see this garrison. Does he have a rocket? Can he hit it? Wix? He's got the rocket, Billy. Maybe he's out of rockets, but he's definitely got eyes on that garrison, though. Oh, that's making things pretty uncomfortable for Furious Frogs trying to bring their reinforcements in off that garrison, getting shot in the back while they're doing it. He must be out of rockets. I'm almost certain that Wix would have landed that shot by now. We got a Tiger that's actually pulling out, catches a rocket in the back from Bevis. Another spawn in on the garrison for Furious Frogs, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. They almost have lost the 4th point. There's a lot of guys in the actual capture point. Here comes the P4 pushing up. He's trying to stop this capture last second. I don't think it's going to be enough. He does stall it up. He does stall it up. If they can keep this hold up for just a few more seconds, they can get themselves some breathing room, bring some more reinforcements in. This Tiger might want to consider just pushing himself up in there. This P4 has stopped up the capture. They are starting to pull it back. Circle is losing reinforcements. Furious Frog is starting to swing it around from the north. And they're pulling it back. A bold strategy from the P4, and it pays off. Here comes another tank coming in from Furious Frogs, trying to make sure that they keep this point locked down. They've got it about a third of the way pulled back now. They're doing okay. They're doing okay. That looked pretty bad for a second there. I really thought they were going to lose it. They were 1 tick mark away from losing it. If all for want of a rocket. If Wix had had a rocket and killed that garrison, they absolutely would have had that capture. Here comes a bombing run. I don't know whose it is, but it's definitely going off here. It's definitely going to kill that garrison. Look out, Booty Bandit. It's too little too late, though. Furious Frogs has stabilized pretty good. Looks like they're going to hold on to this, at least for now. Let's shift back over here to A Network. I want to see what has been going on back here. It does look like pretty much all of Furious Frogs' pressure has been taken off. They did these squads that had pushed over here. Justo has run into them. Not a good time to run out of bullets. Might as well pull out your knife at that point. They're so close to you. All right, well, Furious Frogs has at least one squad still ready to put some pressure on. So they're not 100% pulled back. Where are their garrisons? They do have some garrisons. They're a little starving on garrisons. You can see that the circle has a much better garrison spread going on right now. Do have a squad here that's actually pushing backwards. Rico out in the open should be taking some shots from Flak. From the Flak Pope. Flak Pope doesn't get him though. Oof goes down though. From Galwa. Is it right? The G-A-U-L would be like Gaul. And the L-O-I-S is Wa. So Galwa. Know how you'd say that? I don't know. I'm certain I'm saying it wrong, but I always say it. I hear you guys get a good kick out of laughing at me trying to pronounce names, so it's for your entertainment. I hope you enjoy. This Stewart up here getting some kills, catches some rockets, completely turns them sideways, catches another one in the Okay, it was Cubic. I was like, how the fuck did that squad leader shoot a rocket? Here comes Cubic, look at, oh, and the satchel gets him as well. So that Stewart was pretty screwed. Doing some work though, yeah. It does look like Furious Frogs has 100% stabilized back here at St. Marie du Mont. The circle trying to get some pressure on. They don't have anybody behind now, but they really do have these guys pushed back. But there's, I don't know, their line feels out of position. Like there's a good line here, but they feel very open here. And they have a few guys, they have spawns. They're not blind, but they feel like they're being very aggressive over here on the north side of the church. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them. We'll see. Furious Frog slipping some guys into some gaps here. Here comes John Bond. Let's see if we can see what he sees. He's actually on the backside of this wall. Okay. I didn't know if he was up in the bushes. But they are starting to threaten the cemetery. Booty Bandit comes around the corner. He gets taken down by Barra. I'd ask why people can't just have normal names, but then I remember that my name is fucking Goomotrain, so maybe normal names don't exist. Here comes a tank for the circle. Oh! Drives past the P4. Neither one see each other from the smoke. And now he's over here. Should be able to see Del Rey up on top of that glider. I'm a little surprised that he's up there and still alive. That's usually like one of those spots where if you go up there, you're instantly dead. He's got a good field of fire, though. And you can see some guys pushing up under his field of fire. Ted's right there on the other side of the hedge. I'm not sure if he's close enough to hear those footsteps or not. I think he is. Looks like Benmark got himself a kill, though. Jeanette. Hip fire in the MG. Here comes Ted around the backside. Doesn't matter. Jeanette goes down. Watching this all from Del Rey's point of view. Ben goes down to Del Rey. Del Rey goes down to Ted. That's what I'm talking about. You can't stay up on those gliders very long. People can see you. Does look like the circle. Ooh, the circle's starting to slip up in there, but I see cap pressure going on at A Network. This is what I was talking about. They left their center open a little too much, and Furious Frog has slipped a couple squads up in. Furious Frog's now in the circle at AA Network. They've cleared out all the infantry here. They got a couple of guys around the house in the trenches. Artillery coming down in the 5 points to make sure that they cannot get flanked from over there. This is a serious invasion. There's the spawn in from the circle on the garrison. They still have not pulled back the cap pressure. It's not enough. Here comes Smile coming up from the backside and a bombing run. It's going to get the garrison over in the 5 points. Maybe even well timed for a spawn in. We'll see. No. Oh no! Oh no! The spawn in. What a perfectly timed bombing run. Beautiful bombing run from Furious Frogs. About 2/3 capped here at AA Network. Another spawn in coming in on the garrison there. They have stalled up the cap pressure. Furious Frogs starting to lose some of their reinforcements. The circle is pulling it back. Oh, that was such a good bombing run. That made my whole day. If you couldn't tell. Swanee's sending some rockets out, trying to hit the trenches. There's another spawn in from Furious Frogs. They are still capping this. They're still losing a lot of guys back here on the garrison. Circle having a hard time bringing the reinforcements in. They've even got some guys coming in from the northern garrisons, pulling guys back further. They have a Greyhound. Okay, they are pulling it back. I was a little surprised that Greyhound isn't just throwing himself into the circle, especially as a two-man. He can move and shoot. Shoot and move. Oh, I wanted to see what you were looking at, but apparently you're just looking at the corner. Furious Frogs still trying to spread out inside the zone. Barra coming around the corner, trying to clear these guys out. He gets shot by Reese. The circle is stabilizing. Here comes their tanks coming back from St. Marie du Mont. There was a ricochet. It looked like he ricocheted off the Greyhound. From where, I'm not 100% sure, because it seemed like a tank round, but either way, with these tanks having pulled back, the circle should be able to hold on to this. That was a very, very nice counterattack by Furious Frogs. They've got some more guys pushing up through the center, trying to take control of this area. Now that they're losing their attack, this would be a good time for them to try and consolidate here. Kind of looks like that's what they're doing. Clear the circle out of their zone and reestablish their line. It looks like the circle's kind of starting to do the same thing. They've got some pressure going on over here in the east that we just saw going on over here. Gecko out there as an MG. Slow down, camera. And got Kezked coming up as a squad leader. Trying to make his way through Pierre's. You got Bevis heading that way. They have garrisons up there. I think they had a garrison up there. I think that's what's going on. I think they had a garrison up here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Kezked goes down to Bevis. Gecko back there with an MG might be able to find himself a good spot to do some shooting, but quite a few circle guys heading this way. They're definitely going to want to get a garrison back up in this corner so they can start putting some attack pressure on again. And they also need to make sure that they keep this position clear. They don't really want to let Furious Frogs set up a garrison up here because then they can just hold the center between the 2 points. Here comes a Greyhound. And here comes 2 tanks from Furious Frogs. Greyhound, no! Oh! The Tiger misses Greyhound. Cheese it! Get out of there! He's looking. Oh, go straight. Oh, the rocket from Big Yanni onto the Tiger. That's going to be a distraction. Get the Greyhound out of there while you can. He catches a rocket from Z over there. Z over there trying to get some rockets on the Greyhound. The Greyhound trying to back up. He dodges the rocket. Delagio on top of the Tiger. I don't think he got the satchel. But he got run over by the Tiger when he moved, I think. Killed him on the fence. Maybe he got shot, I don't know, but the crew goes down. They're down to a 2-man now. They don't have eyes like they did before. They don't know where the Greyhound is. The Greyhound goes down to the P4 who came around the corner. Here comes the 76 from the other side. Should be able to have an angle on this P4 in here a second. He's catching rockets from Tipos over there. He's almost got a shot on this P4. He can't quite see him. There's nobody there to ping where he is. Catches a round from the P4. I don't think he really knows what he gets shot from, though. Oh, he does hit him. Catches another rocket from Z. This 76 is in danger. He needs to get out of there and try and save his tank if he can. I don't know if he'll be able to get out of there, though. I mean, the P4 is backing off, but the Tiger, I can see him repositioning, trying to get an angle on him. The 76 is slowly backing away. He keeps catching rockets. There's Tipos now looking to try to get an angle on him. Some infantry coming up from the circle, trying to get behind the 76 and save him if they can. There's some more guys coming down from AA Network. Might be able to save the 76. He's not out of danger yet. I think he's back behind this hill now. Oh, whoa. I think he's back behind this hill. I don't think the Tiger can get a shot on him anymore. Here comes Fasteel. No, Asteel. Astel. There's like an Astel and a Fastel. Here comes Asteel. Asteel trying to get the satchel on maybe. I don't know, but he's not going to be able to get close. That 76 looking for him. Looks like they managed to save the 76. Here comes the Tiger pushing up. Catches around in the front. He was already wounded. The Tiger is too, but the Tiger got the first shot. If they get a ricochet, they'll live. Catches a rocket shot, and there goes the 76. He does go down. Furious Frog with a massive wave of infantry pushing up in front of this Tiger. About to put some pressure onto AA Network. Let's take a quick look at the map. There is quite a bit of circle guys who have slipped through. They're starting to push pressure on St. Marie Dumont, but there is a number of Furious Frog guys there ready to defend. There is another tank over here for the circle. It's just a solo Stewart, though. So I don't know how much he'll be able to do if that Tiger comes over here and engages him. He's screwed. It actually looks like the Tiger's going to back off and repair. P4 holding the hilltop over there in the center between the points. There's not a ton back here for the circle. And here comes Furious Frogs pushing right up the center. Really? Okay, there he goes. I was like, really? You guys didn't hear each other's shots? Now, I go up where Ackerbelts is right there. I go in that spot all the time. And people often don't check it. And you can just hear people coming up the hedgerow. He's listening. He's listening to Tifa's footsteps right now. Should be able to see him. Yep, there he is. There's the headshot. Yeah, that is a great position on top of those hedges. I don't know why, but people forget to look at it. We got some tanks heading over here in this direction. A medium trying to engage with the Tiger. He looks like he's at kind of a weird angle. If he can still shoot, though, that might actually help with ricochets. So, trying to engage. That is the Tiger, right? Yes, it is. Trying to engage with the Tiger. He's catching some rounds from the P4 up on top of the hill. I don't think he's got the greatest cover there. He might be able to repair, but I don't know. I think that Tiger might be able to get an angle on him there. Oh, yeah, that Tiger's going to catch his front as soon as he peeks this corner. Or his back. That's his back. Oh, he's up. Does he not notice? There he goes. Now he sees it. Oh. There's the hit. They're in the tank. Can they move in time? That probably destroyed their engine. Yeah, hot glass out for the repair. There goes the 70s, or the medium. It was a medium. There goes the medium to the Tiger. Furious Frog has complete control of the cemetery, so they're not going to let the circle push in from that direction anymore. The circle is still in these courtyards, though. They've got a sliver of an approach going on here through these back courtyards between these two rows. And Furious Frog's getting in there. There goes Klaus. Coming around, squad leader fight. Tokugawa wins the squad leader fight. And maybe looking to get an angle here on Rayben and Teopol. Rayben gets Teopol. Oh, no, sorry. The other guy. He didn't get Teopol. Teopol got Tokugawa. Sorry, I said the wrong name. But there's a little bit of like... Kind of seems like the circle's got more pressure going on, especially now that Great Me managed to make it up into the... Well, had made it up into the circle. Lejo managed to take him out. Dubio coming around the backside, looking for the garrison that's probably back here. It's all the way over there somewhere. It's like right there. No, it's over there. Actually, I think that's a safer position than where they had it before. So. Let's... Oh, thanks for the lurk, Monza. Really appreciate it. I really do. Furious Frogs with a pretty nice line here on this hedgerow, but they're having a hard time pushing past it. Circle trying to push up to it, but they're getting cleared out by these guys. There's just some exchanging going on. Both sides pretty evenly matched here. I'm looking for that flank, that wide flank. And there is a flank going on for Furious Frogs over here with a tank. They've got a Tiger in position. Practalgia. Proctalgia. Proctalgia. Okay. Proctalgia. Well, proctologist is over there on top of the glider with his MG. Hopefully he doesn't get spotted by that tank. Can't seem to lock onto him. Alright, let's see. I want to watch you practice some proctology with that machine gun here. Let the asses have it. Yeah, here comes another tank. Furious Frogs moving their tanks into position to attack, honestly. I think they're looking to get aggressive. Here's Wix back here. Very close to where the garrison is, which is right there, right next to that Tiger. Wix just got blasted by it. These Tigers are in position. There's a lot of troops coming out from the circle now, coming down from A network. There must have been some sort of a reset. Let's take a look. They are still coming up from behind. There's a little bit of cap pressure going on St. Marie de Mont over here. So now that Furious Frogs doesn't have their tanks at St. Marie de Mont, I mean, we got to keep in mind, for a good majority of this match, it's the tanks that have saved St. Marie de Mont for Furious Frogs. And their tanks are now on the attack. So Semper Y, very close to where the garrison is. If he didn't already get it. He didn't. Went right past it, I don't know. But Delagio should be able to find it here in a second. He's on it. Garrison is going to go down now. Some more cap pressure going on here at the chapel. Let's just take quick. How many squads? They got 1, 2, at least 2 squads that they can bring in. Some more coming down from the north. Looks like they're getting ready to attack down into the cemetery up here. There is some guys in position for Furious Frogs to stop that. There comes a P4. Okay, so they're not completely unprotected now. They do have a P4 back here trying to protect them. Looks like he got control of that OP. Semper Y managed to get away. Might be able to get his OP back up. Let's see if Delagio can get a satchel on there. Oh, what? What? That round landed like right there and killed all those guys? That was a ridiculous explosion. I don't care if it was an HE round. That was a ridiculous explosion. Alright, well, looks like Furious Frogs is going to pull that back. I mean, that wasn't a ton of pressure. They are keeping their tanks over here in the forward position. Where'd that other one that was over here on the left go? He got destroyed! What the hell destroyed this tank? He was looking this way. Oh, I bet it was you. I bet it was you guys. Oh, sorry I missed that. There was some cap pressure going on and I was checking it out. He does have this other tank is wounded right now and is backing off. He's not going to get aggressive though. He does have infantry in front of him, so it is probably the better choice to not get aggressive on that Tiger. He's got infantry all around him. Furious Frogs do have some guys up into the wheat field now. Oh, I don't know, but I got to go back over here again because there's more cap pressure going on. Oh, how is there this much cap pressure going on? I suppose this is technically the zone up here, isn't it? This stuff here is in the zone, so... Cemetery, this tank up here. Furious Frogs did clear out the church, though, so that's going to pull it back for him. It's still flickering. This OP back here, just a thorn in their side. The P4 has moved. Here comes Cubic coming from the other side. Proctologist goes down. That OP is still alive, though. Grim looking back the other way. There's the spawn in. Cubic's coming. It's coming from the back side. The OP should be lit up. OP's going to burn. There goes the burn. There goes OP. Delagio goes down. Great Meme goes down. Cubic does go down eventually. Semper Y looking to get his OP up one more time. And there it goes. trying to keep this pressure up from back here, and it's kind of working. I mean, these guys are, I don't know. I mean, it is and isn't working. These guys are pressuring the front pretty good, but Furious Frog's holding. They're holding the line. Pretty big push coming in right here in the center from the circle. They got a couple squad leaders here trying to clear out this hilltop. Not too much going on here. Loquat in the building. He does have the medium range sniper rifle, so this is a good fight for him. Here comes Big Yanni. He's in the house right below Loquat. They're like right on top of each other. Loquat wins the exchange. Loquat goes down. Oof is in the house. The circle has taken the position. Over here on the front door of A network, there was an engineer who was on the 76. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's damage, not a satchel. I'm pretty sure they killed him before he could get... No! That's a satchel! That is a satchel! And it goes off in Wix's face! The 76 goes down. Without that 76, this last tank from Furious Frog might start to get a little aggressive here. There is a lot of troops for the circle. They don't want to let this go here. Down to 35 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. There's some troops pushing down from the circle, trying to clear this out, trying to get behind this Tiger. This Tiger holding his position. Oh, that's Tiger, right? Is that P4? That's Tiger. Here comes the tank from Circle. Right on top of Estiel. Everst, can he save it? Everst gets him, saves it. The Tiger is hurt, but that's just a medium. We'll see how this goes. There's a hit. That was a ricochet. The Tiger's turning his gun that way. He's going to peek again. Takes a hit from the Tiger. Took a rocket shot. The other... What the hell? Was there an infantryman back here or something? Looked like... Oh, there we go. There's another medium coming up from behind. Chewbacca loses his OP. Furious Frogs in the last few minutes, their tanks have really won some exchanges, but they lost the Tiger before they could get... What killed him? Bevis? I think Bevis might have killed him with a rocket. Here comes the medium. Gets caught up on the wall as Jean Bon looking to get the satchel. He can't quite do it. The medium's still moving. He's going to try and give chase. But the medium is way too fast. He's just going to come along this hedgerow and clear out all of the spawns along this line. There is a handful of guys from Furious Frogs who are swinging out towards the gardens, trying to get around behind. We'll see what they can do in the next few minutes. I want to head back over here to St. Marie du Mont and see if the circle is getting any more pressure on. I'm going to guess this squad back here has been cleared out. It has indeed. You can see Ray-Ben back there just chilling, making sure they don't get back in there. You got Winnie is kind of up in here, though. He should be able to get an OP up into those courtyards. They can start putting some pressure onto the chapel again. Onto the church. There is a big cluster of troops of the Furious Frogs here around the cemetery. Great meme right behind them. Let's see if we can see what he sees. He's moving the other way. Trying to see through these bushes. Obviously, you can't see that well because he just had a whole bunch of guys run right past him and he didn't see any of them. So, as much as it makes me mad when people shoot me through bushes like that, like, that's why I don't do it. I can't see anything. I don't know how people do it. Let's shoot through the tiniest little gap. There is a garrison there. I wonder if he can see that. He does keep running back and forth along this hedge, so... I don't know if he's peeking different holes. What the hell? Oh, he's dead. He got shot in the head by Perch. It just... I didn't hear any sound or anything, because all of a sudden I wasn't attached to him anymore. Perch. managed to clear him out. Furious Frogs takes control of the cemetery. They're going to wonder... We'll see if they push north or if they try to flank into this. My guess is they'll try to flank into this, but there is some guys still coming from the circle. Okay, they're flanking into this because here's Ice Fink trying to come around in behind in this trench. There's a lot of guys here. There's also a tank here from the Furious Frogs. Here comes Oof, looking to get on this P4 with his rockets. There's one hit, does not get the crew who's right behind it. Wounded. That was probably his second rocket. Here comes the crew. Here comes Zell. Zell goes down to Oof. Nice shooting by Oof. Varso still trying to repair up. Should be able to save the P4. The P4's turning his gun this way. Here comes Talismanus. Talismanus trying to get a satchel on. Oof gets taken out. Varos now out. Talismanus trying to get shots on him. Gets killed by the tank. Varso repairing up the P4. The P4 is going to live. Here comes Lithium. With another rocket shot. P4 is getting repaired up. Here comes Talismanus and Oof as well. This P4 is in trouble. He's lost some crew. There goes his other crewman. He's not getting repaired anymore. He's only got a single crewman left. Lithium gets taken out by Saradora over there. There goes the P4 to Oof with the rocket. They have finally cleared this out. Here comes Furious Frog, though, pushing this way with a ton of infantry. Trying to take this hilltop back. They've lost the front door to AA Network, so now they're pushing up onto this hilltop. Shifting strategies a little bit. This medium just pushed through here a few minutes ago, and there's no spawns over here anymore. Furious Frogs. Let's take a quick look at the map, see the lines. Furious Frog has a nice compact line. They don't really have any presence over here in the west. There's a couple of guys swinging down from the circle on that side. The circle still has a pretty strong looking line. There's a few gaps, mostly in open areas where it's hard to push across, so they should be okay, at least for the next few minutes. This hilltop is the one gap I was looking at. This is where Furious Frog was trying to push a lot of guys. Just saw a satchel go off on the building up there, though. Hi, Null Scott. Thanks for joining my chat, buddy. I really appreciate it. Furious Frog's trying to create a buildup on this hilltop so that they can push up through this wheat field here, this little slot. You can use this road, and in between to slip several squads up. It's not the greatest approach, but it's better than just a single avenue. It's not terrible, especially if you got a tank covering you from the high ground. So we'll see if Furious Frogs can make use of that. They do got a couple of tanks that are pushing up from the wheat field on the left, which also a good position. You can't see over the hill as well. There was a beautifully placed rocket from Wix that we just caught from long distance. Takes out the P4 over there. Still one tank from Furious Frogs over there supporting that attack, though. Something blew up this truck over here. Great meme on the garrison. Here comes the P4 trying to protect it. That spark shower looks lame. That was terrible. The garrison goes down. He drops supplies, gets blasted by the tank. Semper Y still up here with his OP. Tank probably sees it. He does kill Semper Y. Doesn't get the OP. He has to see it. Yeah, there it goes. OP is down. Zeros up in there by himself. Handful of Furious Frogs guys heading back this way. Looking to get that garrison back up for like the 5th time. Here comes Keldon. Pushing up towards the edge of the cemetery. Gets taken out by Mania. Reese and Zima about to run into each other here at the cemetery. Zima come around the corner. I think Reese was actually shooting the other way, maybe? I'm not sure, but here he is. He's got to get back into the map. He's peeking. Here comes Zima's going to come around this corner. Here comes some reinforcements for Reese. Grenades going off behind the hedgerow. Grenades going off on the other side of the wall. These guys trying to push up. Here comes Great Meme. Stefan coming around the other side of the wall. He's out of bounds. He's risking it to get the shots off. He runs back into bounds. Beating the timer. Reese gets foe. Gets foe up there. But the circle does take control of... Ooh! Pate! Jepete gets himself a couple of kills from over here. Circle still pushes the guys that way. Looks like he's building a tank trap as cover or something. I don't know. I don't know why you'd build a tank trap over there. Someone will have to explain the logic of that to me. Bombing run coming in over here. Just on the other side of the cemetery. It looks like the circle wants to try and push in through here. They do have a garrison up here now. Still taking casualties, trying to push in. Foe trying to push through, or trying to set up his MG to look across. Gets taken out before he can take out too many guys. Zima over here. Up on the wall. Not the greatest field of view, but he can see part of it. Delagio survives somehow. Oh, Foe. Oh, Zima. I know the feeling there. He does actually end up getting Delagio before getting blasted by a rocket that doesn't get him. Jumps off the wall in time. Furious Frogs holds the cemetery. Back over here, though. This little sliver of approach again. Pretty large buildup. Red zone garrison that is active. There is a garrison there. They have it, had it locked up. There it is open. As Hova goes right past it. I forget you can't lock up red zone garrisons like you used to be able to. It doesn't work that way anymore. We'll see if Kiar comes around and gets this garrison. He's heading straight towards it. Tokugawa sees that it's hot. That garrison's pretty important to this attack. Kiar goes down to Tokugawa. Tokugawa keeps the garrison alive. They can bring in some more reinforcements on this garrison. They're already up in the circle. Cubic does manage to get V. Here comes Andy going to push into the church. Here's the shooting. Couple of guys in there now. Andy's just outside the church. He's an AT, but there's not really much he can do except for maybe kill Lejo up there in the window. Oh, Andy gets Cubic as he comes out of the church. Nice shooting by Andy. A little bit of cap pressure going on here at the 4th point now. Furious Frog still trying to hold on to the cemetery. The circle slipping in from the west. Reposition the camera over here so that we can get a broad view of this whole fight. You can see Ray-Ben over there on the left side of the screen starting to slip in towards that garrison again. There was some spawn-ins right there. Yeah, yes, there's no P right there. The garrison's just down to our right, too, but about a third of the way capped here at St. Marie du Mont. Lejo goes down inside the chapel. There was a spawn-in right there. That OP just burned, I think. I think V got it with a grenade. Tiapol up into the chapel still. Him and Reese right on top of each other. Reese comes across. Oh, no! Reese! Oh, buddy! Oh. That hurts. That hurts so bad. I know how that feels. Pretty sure he probably just flipped his whole desk. Here comes X running through. Maybe he can get around and get that garrison. So while this is happening, too, there is some cap pressure going on at A Network. So if Furious Frog can stall this up long enough, maybe they can flip the center. We'll see. They are stalling it up. The circle is losing their cap pressure. Let's shoot back over to A Network. I want to see what type of cap pressure. Oh, my goodness. Furious Frogs very strong in the circle. They've got a tank up in here. Here comes a massive spawn wave from the circle, trying to push back up into these trenches. There's 2 tanks from Furious Frogs. They stalled it up for the second. We're about half capped here at A Network. 22 minutes and 45 seconds left on the match, and Furious Frogs desperately want to take this middle point. They've got their tanks. They can get some more reinforcements in. Do they have any spawns? They do have one. They have one OP up in the circle. They've got infantry coming up very close to it. Not close enough to kill it. It's over here at this house by this tank. I do hear tanks coming in from the circle. Rockets going off into the P4. Oh, that's another enemy tank. That is a third Furious Frog tank pulling up into AA Network. Another massive spawn wave from the circle. They should have their reinforce going, and there's an airhead coming down. Pretty sure that's probably the Furious Frog airhead. Let's take a look in the sky. That airhead is coming down. Strafe and run coming through. There goes one of the tanks. Who the hell killed that? Whoever killed it, it was a nice rocket. Must have been Wix back there. The airhead is live. It is still alive. Rico might be able to see it right now, but I think that airhead's going to get a spawn off if they redeployed their whole team to it. We'll see here in a second. 2 tanks up in the circle. They are still pulling it back. It is contested. The airhead got destroyed at some point. I didn't see it. I don't know who got it or how. My guess is a grenade from somebody. Circle pulling this back. Another tank goes down for Furious Frogs. This attack is starting to fall. It is starting to fail. I think the circle has done it. They think they've saved this. And while they're pulling this back, adversely, over here at St. Marie du Mont, there is some good cap pressure going on. They have taken control of the chapel. Here comes Ray-Ben pushing up. He gets taken out by Graffiter from behind. Furious Frog's starting to pull it back, but there is still some cap pressure going on as, like, I don't even know where their spawns is. The circle still bringing some guys in. They don't even have anything left. They have 1 OP keeping this cap pressure up. They are right on top of this airhead. Here comes the airhead from the circle. How are they still capping this? Where are they bringing this cap pressure in from? Like, I don't know, but they're still capping somehow. Okay, Furious Frogs has started to pull it back. The airhead will be on the ground in about another 10 seconds. Maybe 15 seconds? I don't know what the timer is on the airhead, but it's close. Was that 5, 4, 3? Yeah, my timing was a little off, but you still got to wait for the timer too. So airhead is going to be live. Airhead is live. It does have some protection. There's some infantry coming in from the backside. I think Z might even actually have eyes on it. He's coming in with a rocket. He gets taken down. He got taken down. There's 7. 7's right on top of it. Here comes Ant. 7 maybe looking to go get the airhead. Ant waited for it. Comes around the corner. The airhead is still alive. That's a live airhead. Depending on what they can bring in on it, we'll see what goes on here in the next few seconds. They would have had it locked up. There's the spawn, and they do take some casualties right away. They're starting to spread out away from the airhead, though. Don't know how long they'll be able to keep this going. I saw at least 2 squad leaders that managed to get away from that airhead. Should be able to get some OPs up. There's a rocket that will not have hit the airhead. Ant coming around the corner, still trying to protect this. He's up on the wall. He gets Mania in the back. They might even be able to bring another spawn wave in on that airhead. Some more guys coming in from the west, from the circle. More rockets coming in at that airhead, but I don't think they were able to get it. I'm pretty sure it's back there. Yep, there's another spawn wave on the airhead. 2 more squad leaders at least. Still not enough to get this cap pressure going on, though. They're very boxed into that circle, or into that courtyard. They're having a hard time spreading away from it. I'm pretty sure the airhead just popped. Dubio trying to hold. Does manage to get Klaus. 7 still there. Some more guys coming around. Owens gets Kiar. And while that's happening, did they manage to get another? If the circle can get another red zone garrison up over here again while this is happening, they might be able to get this cap pressure going again. Furious Frog still holding the line, though. Take a look at the map. Furious Frog about to start pressuring AA Network. There is still a tank here. What is going on back here? I don't say there was a medium back over here for Furious Frogs. He's pretty hurt. Oof, trying to get some rockets on him. That's 2. He's turning the gun this way. And he got it! Nice by Oof. And I caught it on stream for him. That should make him pretty happy. Very nice rocket shots by Oof, narrowly escaping death from the P4 who was turning his gun towards him. He also saves... Well, it didn't save anything, maybe the OP, but Furious Frogs consolidating very well. They've got a tank up in the circle now. Some reinforcements still coming in from the circle. But I don't think they're going to be able to keep this pressure going at all. A couple guys coming down from the cemetery still. Mr. Sane gets shot in the side of the face. But then gets avenged by Bevis. Ice Fink coming up to the wall. There's quite a few guys coming down from the circle. Looks like they still want to keep this cap pressure going on. Not sure which way Ice Fink is looking. He's got to be able to hear these footsteps now. Oh, that's what the tank trap is for. So that you can peek into the cemetery without having to look around the walls. Oh, but X comes around the corner and gets caught by Ice Fink, who was indeed looking in that direction. Comes around the corner. Bevis misses him, but his buddies from behind. Reese gets him. And then Pirch gets a hold of Bevis. Gloomy Crust. Gloomy Crusty? I don't know. I don't think that got the OP. These guys still trying to come in from over here. Up over here at Pierre's. Another fight breaking out. The battle has kind of spread out. Let's take a look at the map. Oh, whoa, whoa. What's going on here, Furious Frogs? You're slipping some guys across the open fields. The circle isn't spotting it. They don't see it. They did manage to clear out most of what was coming in the front. They do have some guys in Pierre's behind this. Down to just over 15 minutes left on the match. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the circle turtling up soon. It would be terrible for them if they lost this middle point here in the last 15 minutes. Be great for Furious Frogs. I'm sure they'd be ecstatic. Chavez got his OP over there. Is that Smile way back here? Oh, okay. There's I just heard him shooting. There's somebody in the open in front of him. That makes sense. I was like, is he shooting all the way across? Nope. Circle getting pressured from the eastern wheat field. They do have a 76 here. They should be okay. I don't think they're gonna get threatened too much. You got Andy coming around the flank of this attack. He's gonna come around the corner. There he goes, Barra. Tifa coming through the wheat field. You got Bevis pushing out, looking for the spawn. I know it's right there. There it is. You can see it. Just got blasted by artillery. Not that it could kill it, but Bevis better be careful. He's going to push right into friendly artillery. And then they got another spawn wave off. Already killed most of it, but 76 is watching the wheat field now. As soon as that next spawn wave comes in, the 76 should spot it. Looks like the circle cleared it out. There's the spawn wave. They're trying to run away from it. 76 definitely spotted it. There goes the OP. And he killed all of the infantry. Nice shot by the 76. Back over here, the circle did take control of the cemetery again. Do have a number of Furious Frogs collapsing on them, though, because of it. We'll see if they can bring some more reinforcements down from Pierre's while they're pushing in. You got Full. Gets himself a few kills trying to hold with his MG. Hard to get in here. It's hard to get in here, though, when you got guys covering every avenue. People just hiding in the bushes. So it looks like Furious Frogs will be able to hold on to that. Let's take a quick look at the map. Furious Frogs has done a phenomenal job of boxing out Sainte Marie du Mont. If this was the center point, they would feel strong right now. Like, I would have confidence that they could win this match with 12 minutes left on the match. That being said, this is their fourth point, and they are getting pushed in here on the north side here by the cemeteries. As much as they're holding on to that just pretty well, they need to get some pressure on. They do have a pretty good build up here on the front door of A Network. Wouldn't be surprised to see some spawn-ins from the circle here in the next few minutes. That first rocket was so close to the garrison. That garrison is right there. That first rocket hit right there. Oh, we got it! No way! Oh! Who the fuck shot that Who shot that rocket? Who did that? No way! Oh, what a perfect rocket! Oh, I don't think Furious Frog is going to be able to get this front door pressure on, but wow, that was a hell of a shot. Looks like Wix just got himself a Puma back here. Bombing run. Looks like a defensive bombing run coming out from the circle. I don't know if it's going to get this garrison. It did. It got the garrison, but the garrison spawned. Barely missed that spawn wave by about half a second. They already got another backup garrison back here in the wheat field too. They were prepared for that. Here comes another one of their tanks pushing up. There goes the Stewart from the circle pushing out. It looks like Furious Frogs is going to try this front door one more time. Wouldn't be surprised to see them with a north-south bombing run right here in preparation for this attack once they get their tank into position. I see them looking out this way. I don't see any enemy tanks over there. They're pretty safe out to the west. There is a pretty decent push coming in while this is happening, though. So it's kind of going to come down to who can get the pressure going on first. I just saw that Stewart get spun around with a rocket again. And there goes the Stewart. I don't know if it was Saradora or Z who got him. Stewart goes down. Now, P4 is actually headed back that way. I thought he was going to support an attack here, but it's actually heading back. Oh, they're capping. That's why. They got to bring it back. There is some guys making it into the circle for the circle. Grim with the shotty, with the satchel, going on the wall. Oh. Oh, he traded. He traded with him, though. So the satchel will be live. Oh, pull that tank over here. Please pull that tank over here. That would be hilarious. Not because I want Furious Frogs to lose or anything. I just want to see a tank get killed by a satchel that wasn't even for him. There goes the satchel. Clears out the front door of the church. The main door is open. I do believe that the circle has wisely pulled a number of their guys back defensively. There is a small push coming in from Furious Frogs here. They're still trying to get in here. They've almost made it into the wheat field here now. And maybe they can start getting some guys in here. There's not a ton back here for the circle. Just a Greyhound. A solo Greyhound at that. So, I mean, geez, they landed a rocket on that garrison. Let's see if they can land a rocket on this Greyhound. A pretty big push coming up from Furious Frogs. That's enough pressure to get the cap going if they can clear a few of these guys out. Rocket coming across into the building. No, shoot the rockets at the Greyhound. You got to kill the Greyhound. I hear something else coming now, too. There's a medium heading out to the west, going up on top of the hill by dugout. Protect that entire western flank. I do see some cap pressure going on at St. Marie de Mont while this is happening too, so let's shift back over to St. Marie de Mont. Pretty big push coming down from the north. They're getting back into these courtyards again, and there's not a ton here for Furious Frogs to stop this. The Lukes catches around. Is that a solo? Oh, it doesn't even have any crew in it. That's a dead Lukes. That's just points there. Nice shooting by Owens, though. There's some Furious Frogs guys just to the north of them. I don't think they realize how many guys are in the circle. I think there's really not a ton, but maybe they just gave up. There's only 7 minutes left on the match. Where's the garrison? There's actually a red zone garrison that Pierce is coming up on the backside of right now. He's going to lock it up and take it out. It's a nice play by Pierce there. They do have a garrison back here as well, so I don't think that Furious Frogs is going to lose this. Had they not gotten that garrison, had that garrison got a couple spawnways off, maybe. But again, I'm pretty sure the circle has turtled up inside A network. It would be pretty foolish to all in on a 4th point capture at 6 minutes and then lose your mid. That would be so painful. Here comes Grim. There's one rocket. That is a full P4. Grim going for the satchel. You know, the sad part is that he might have been able to get that satchel on had they not have shot a rocket at it. But they pretty much gave away that there was ATs coming after him. I mean, their crew probably would have spotted him, but still. That was a slow-moving P4. Wow. He did it. He's on, he's on, he's on. What the fuck? Oof. Did Oof save him? I think Oof saved him. Okay, because I was like, he did not have his weapon out in time. Oof, oof, oof. Oof for the win. As a satcheled P4 with a 100% dead crew, so. Oof coming in now. Should be able to find whatever. Is it a garrison or something here? No, there's nothing. There's nothing. There is some more cap pressure going on over here at the chapel, though. Just a little bit. Oh, Delagio up in the tower. It's covering friendly approaches. Who the hell killed LeJoe below you? Owens? Must have been Owens. Really not enough to keep that. It just keeps flickering, so I keep coming over to look at it. But yeah, that P4 is dead. There was, well, a tiger. Was a tiger. What looked like that precision landed right there. Did he? I thought he got a tank. Thought I saw it blow up. Am I blind? Where are the tanks? Why can I not see it? I can hear the damn thing. It's over here. Yeah, 4 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. The circle has completely turtled up on A network. Furious Frogs could try one last all-in if they're not concerned about getting 4-1'd. Precision! Swing and a miss. Here comes the bombing run. Oh, oh. Oh! What is this, though? What is this? There's at least one squad that has made it into the circle. You got Hagris could drop an OP. You got Kezked back there, too, as well as another squad leader. The tank is getting forced out of the circle. A little bit of cap pressure going on A network. I don't think it's going to be enough to get this capture, but we'll see what they can do with it. Hagris get his OP up in the circle, maybe bring another squad in. Kezked's there as well. I do see the circles coming down from the north. They got another tank coming in looking to stop this. It's too late for the 5-0, but man, Furious Frogs could still pull this back. I do see some guys pushing up for the circle, trying to come back from the attack. There's not a ton in here. You got Echelon over here in the 5 points. Ken Raleigh coming up from the side. Might be able to get him, but if there was a garrison over here, he should have found it. I don't see a garrison at all. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. There's another spawn in. They did have something going on up there. Looks like they had a red zone garrison. There is another spawn wave that's coming down from it. Circle's pushing their guys up. They've got 2 tanks here locking this down. Ken Raleigh did indeed get that kill over here below us. Got crew members dying on this tank. There's only a solo left in it. They've got to keep these tanks alive. They do and don't have a ton of guys in here. 25 seconds left for Furious Frogs to get this cap pressure going on. I don't think they have enough. They're taking a lot of casualties up here. Strafe and run just wiped several of them right there in front of us. There was another spawn in on that house there. Some more guys running down from the north. There is quite a few guys in the zone, but they're not in the circle. There is tanks locking this down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there you have it. Congratulations to the circle for your victory. Congratulations to Furious Frogs, though, man. You guys, you really fought it out. You almost had it a couple times. You really almost took the center a couple of times. So this was not a wipe by any means. No way. But that Puma got himself a tank kill. Hey, swing and a miss. Panic shooting. Then the ricochet. He's just going to drive through. He's not going to go for it. Run! Manages to save the Puma for a little longer. I want to see that Puma kill this P4. Come around the corner. No, he's out. He's out. He says, I survived. It's a full crew. Oh, swing and a miss from Graffiter. He's around the corner and he's cheesing it. He's going to get behind the get behind the medium again. Come on, Puma, show us the magic. Ken Raleigh goes down. He is behind the medium now. Swing and a miss. Kills the crew. Here comes the medium swinging. He swung too fast. Oh, he hit. He damaged. That's crazy. Survived a hit from the tank with a Puma that wasn't a ricochet. What's with the weird fire effect? What is that? What's doing that? It's like there's something stuck to the wheel. Dude, he has survived 2, 3 hits from that fucking P4. I think he actually just killed the P4 there at the end. No way. What an indestructible Puma. All right, we'll give it to LED for, being the arty guy. And let's take a quick look at some combat scores. 1180 from Real. That's tank. Infantry, 1252, 1433. Those are tank guys. 1048 from Graffiter. Let's take a look over here at Furious Frogs. Their tankers did well. 1042. I didn't catch the name, but so obviously their combat stats not quite as good, but they lost, so that's to be expected. Anyways, oh, what a fantastic match that was. Thank you very much for letting me watch it. I honestly don't have too much commentary, man. You were both being very aggressive. There was a few times where Furious Frogs tanks seemed to like catch the circle tanks. Like 1, 2, 3, just like boom, 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 got them. But then all of a sudden the circle would come through and drive their medium through the back line and kill all the spawns. And so just different style of tanking, but both were very effective. And yeah, that was a great match. I really, really enjoyed that. So thank you everybody who watched, and you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take it easy.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let 'em burn.